Yee-yaw, yee-yee, I spilt my lean on Barney. Okay, today, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be telling you how I legit got scammed by Black Ops 4. Okay, and this is an old story. Like, this didn't just happen, so some of the details might be a little loose, but I think I got the whole picture. So, Black Ops 4 is, I think, one of the worst monetized games out right now. Like, it's just so toxic in the way that it promotes its battle pass and everything that it's like it doesn't make me want to play the game. The one thing that I do want to play the game for is to get the guns, because in a Call of Duty game, what do you use all the time? A gun. And I like getting new guns to try new things out. And I play Blackout quite frequently. And there's a gun in Blackout that I really like. It's called the SWAT RFT, or as I like to call it, the SWAT Rift. And in Blackout, there's also a gun called the Daemon. And I didn't really care for the Daemon. I really wanted the SWAT. I really wanted the SWAT Rift. And so I had seen that Black Ops had just dropped their first expansion pack, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just buy the first one, and I'll get the SWAT and whatever, and then I'll just have it for next time that I start playing this game again. And then I soon realized that you cannot buy the expansion pack by itself. So there is no purchasing of like part 1 of the thing. It's you either pay $50 for the season pass, or you don't get any zombies maps, you don't get anything. So it's $50 or nothing. And that feeds into the whole point of me saying it's one of the worst monetized games out right now, and especially with the size of it. Like, it's a Call of Duty game. Like, there's no way anybody's gonna be like, oh, it's a Call of Duty game. It's one of the biggest franchises in gaming. Like, I don't think there's anybody who's gone their entire life, unless they're like 4 or 5 years old, that hasn't even heard of Black Ops or Modern Warfare or any Call of Duty like franchise game. And it's legit one of the biggest like games in the world, one of the biggest franchises, one of the biggest names in gaming. And so it's like crazy how bad the microtransactions are, and how bad they push you to like buy into the game. And you can tell even by my example. Like, you're telling me I have to pay $50 to get zombies maps that I'm probably not gonna play, right? Like, zombies, I wanted to play zombies so bad when I had first heard how they were doing it. Now I was like, oh my god, zombies are gonna be amazing. And then I got the game and I played 9, and 9 was so fun, and then it dried out so quickly. Like, usually, like Black Ops 3, I played Revelations for hours, and I mean hours. Like, I played that map just back to back to back, and it's not even like I was good. It was just a fun map to play, because I got to see all the old maps that I had known. Like, Black Ops 3 had Shinonuma. Shinonuma was in Revelations. Kino der Toten is probably my favorite map of all time, because it's the first map that I ever played. And like, the first expansion map that I ever had was Moon, and they didn't have that one there, but like, they had every other map. They even had Shangri-La. And like, those are some of the most iconic and like nostalgic maps ever, like zombies maps ever, and they were all in the one map. And it's like, when I had first got Revelations, I couldn't stop playing it. And part of it wasn't just because of the old maps. Like, I wasn't just sitting there like, whoa, look at this stone in like Shangri-La, it looks so amazing, it looks just like the real game. No, it's just because it was so much fun. And like, yeah, it's so much fun. It was so much fun. Black Ops 3 Zombies was probably the most fun I've ever had playing a Call of Duty game. And then Black Ops 4 comes out, and I'm like, and all I wanted to play was zombies. I didn't want to play multiplayer. I didn't think I would like Blackout, and I still kind of don't, but all I wanted to play was zombies. And then I'd heard that they were coming out with 3 maps, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing. I'm just like, bro, there's gonna be 3 starter maps after they just released like one of my favorite maps ever. Like, I never did the Revelations Easter egg. I just played it because it was fun. And it genuinely is one of my favorite Black Ops maps ever. And it's not like I've been playing since like, you know, like Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I played Modern Warfare 2. But I wasn't really like a big fan of Black Ops at the time. And, you know, like, just seeing the game get destroyed by microtransactions like it did it's honestly kind of sad. Like, this is one of the biggest franchises in gaming. It's one of my favorite franchises in gaming, and then it's like, it just gets ruined by microtransactions. And then, so, remember how I told you I had wanted to buy the expansion pack to get the SWAT Rift? Yeah, well, apparently, to get the SWAT Rift, right, you can't just buy the expansion pack, which I didn't know at the time. So I spent $50 to try to get a gun that I couldn't get, and they didn't say that literally anywhere. I looked up how to get the SWAT Rift, right? And they were all like, and all everything that I could find was about the battle pass, and I was like, oh well, I don't know, like maybe I had assumed that, you know, if I'm paying $50, they're gonna give me something other than just maps, you know, like even Black Ops 3, if you paid $50 for a season pass, you got like a lot of COD points, like a lot of COD points. I think it was like 1100, and you got some rare crates, you know. This one, it's like, oh, take some COD points and go. Like, really? Like, really? And then you don't even give me the guns? Like, I have to like legit play the game. And it's not even like I could play Blackout or Zombies. It's, you have to play multiplayer, and that's what pissed me off. Because instead of me being able to go on and set like freaking go on for 50 rounds and 9, right, I have to go and drop 30 kills on Arsenal. It's stupid. Like, multiplayer was the one game mode that I didn't like. I just didn't like it because everyone would just run around, and everyone just ran around, and like, it was so toxic. Everyone ran around with like, I forget that, oh yeah, the Spitfire. The Spitfire. Everyone ran around with the Spitfire, put Wildfire on it, and then they had the ELO on it before the ELO got nerfed. And it's like, bro, you're really telling me, like, you're really telling me right now that like, everyone running around with Spitfire sounds balanced, and you want me to sit through that instead of being able to play Zombies or even play Blackout? Like, I would have much rather played Blackout. But I like battle royales. Like, it's not like I just like Fortnite. Like, no, I like battle royales because they're a cool concept. You know, drop 100 players in and one survives. You know, see who could find the best loot, and it's kind of a chance game. And then, you know, however high you roll with your chances, it depends on who plays the best. And that's what I had really liked about it. But no, it just came down to like, I don't want to play multiplayer, and it's making me play multiplayer for the gun that I want. And I think they did give out like stuff for Zombies, because I know sometimes I would be at the very end of a bar, and like I would have to freaking, I would like play a game of Zombies, and I get like 30 rounds, and it'd go up like a little tiny pinch, but it'd be just enough to get me up. So I think they did give out some boosts, but it definitely wasn't what you were getting in multiplayer. And It's like, how come getting 20 kills, running around with a Spitfire with wildfire on it, is better than me getting 40 rounds in one go on solo on 9, or even like Voyage of Despair or Blood of the Dead? Like, how is someone getting kills in against like scrubs? You could play legit scrubs, run around with a Spitfire, drop 20 kills, and it's more than someone going and dropping 50 or like 100 rounds on zombies. That's so stupid. And so after all this, like after I realized like they're not giving anything out for zombies or Blackout, I was like, maybe it's just like, maybe they just locked it behind the season pass. And especially since I didn't look at the entire season pass, like I wasn't like one of those people who like, oh, the season pass came out and then I just check from 0 to 100. No, I was just like, oh, the new season's out. I was like, oh, the new season pass is out. It's gonna be cool to like unlock stuff. And then I learned that you have to work for the SWAT, and it's not like I have a problem with working for things that I need or that I want, but it's like, you want me to get to tier 100? Like, I paid $50 and you're giving me a zombies map that I don't want to play. Like, you're giving me zombies maps that I don't want to play, but you can't give me a DLC weapon. Like, it's literally in the name, DLC weapon, downloadable content, right? I downloaded the map. I downloaded the whole like expansion pack thing. Why did I not get the gun? I thought that would be part of it. And then they give you like 1100 COD points to buy like 10 levels in the season pass, and I was just like, I'm not gonna do this. All I wanted was a SWAT, and that game got so boring after just consistently playing multiplayer, and it was like there's nothing else to do but play multiplayer, and it really sucks because I thoroughly enjoyed both of the other game modes substantially more than I did multiplayer. I did not like any of the maps. I didn't like Arsenal. I didn't like... I can't even name any other maps. I didn't like... I mean, the one map that I kind of did like was Gridlock. But that map still annoyed the shit out of me because everyone's so close together that kids running around with Spitfires and, at the time, the GKS... It literally was just so unfair. It was so unfair. Like, all you need to do was just run up, spray, and pray. It was so much spray and pray over skill that it just pissed me off, and I couldn't play multiplayer anymore. And then, no more multiplayer means no more tiers. You're not getting any more tiers because zombies gives you nothing. Dropping 20 kills in a Blackout game gets you nothing. But me going in and dropping 20 kills with a Spitfire gets me so much more. And that's the thing, it's like the skill gap between playing Blackout and playing multiplayer is so like crazy. Because playing multiplayer, you get a set loadout. In Blackout, if you want to run around with a Spitfire with wildfire on it, you need to be lucky enough to find a Spitfire with the operator mod on it, and those are rare. Like, any gun with the operator mod on it is rare, and especially if you're gonna just specifically point out to the Spitfire. Like, I don't know the spawn rates of it, but it's gotta be low. And the fact that, like, someone can go and use a class that is specifically set up to be used with that gun gets more for getting 20 kills than someone who finds it late in the game and picks up 10 along with the other 10 that they got from hitting actual sniper shots. Like, is crazy, because even with snipers, multiplayer snipers have no travel time. They don't have any bullet drop. Neither does it in Blackout, but like in multiplayer there's no travel time, so it's like all you need to do is get somebody in your sights. All you need to do is get somebody in your sights, like in the crosshair thing, and then shoot. Whereas in Blackout, if someone is like running, right, I can't just like aim ahead of them, wait till they get into like my little plus sign thing, and then shoot. I have to shoot before they are there, right? I need to like think, okay, I'm this far, right? And I need to shoot before they get to where my thing is aimed at, and then it needs to be perfectly lined up with where they are, hit them, and then if I'm lucky, it'll pierce through their body armor. Like if you hit a body shot, then it's probably not gonna kill them, to be real with you. And it's like that in multiplayer too, but there's no head armor in multiplayer. In Blackout there is, if you find level 3 armor, which is pretty rare, but like late game almost everyone has level 3 armor. So it's like if you hit those sniper shots, you're hitting someone in the head, right? And it might not even kill them. And then you have to go, and that might like break their armor and do a lot of damage, but they're not dead. So then you need to realize, okay, they're not dead. Now, come on team, let's go. You go over there, then you finish him, then you kill him, if you get to kill him. Then you kill him, and then he's dead. Whereas in multiplayer, you know what you have to do? Sit in a corner, ADSing a doorway, right? Aiming at a doorway. And then the second that someone pops up in your scope, or using whatever kind of reticle you have, just shoot. It's not that hard. It's not hard at all. I can do it. I do it all the time. I'll take like the paladin, and the only way that I don't like get like 10 kills is if like I'm just hitting body shots. And like I'm hitting body shots, like upper body shots that are killing people, and people in Blackout are hitting headshots that aren't killing people. But if I get 20 kills in multiplayer and someone gets 20 kills in Blackout, like I could be going like 20 for 48, and I'd still get more progress towards my battle pass than them. And that's stupid. And it legit got me scammed out of $50 because I assumed that no company would make a business practice that bad, especially not like a AAA company. And then I paid $50 for a couple of maps. That's so stupid. I wanted the gun. I didn't get the gun because their business model is trash. And for that, it's been your boy Purple, and I hope to see you again sometime. And I'm sorry for not uploading, in case you couldn't tell. I'm sick, and you wouldn't understand me because I'd be sniffling half the time. So hope to see you again soon. I'll be playing Apex later.